Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an article. Now this is from the Daily Beast. It was updated on May 22nd and published on the same day. It's written by Marlo Stern, which if you look, Marlo usually you think like a chick, but it's some dude. And yeah, he's seriously a retarded little lefty spurg. And he's an entertainment editor. A senior one, mind you. So this title here, Seth Meyers exposes Limbaugh Ingraham's wild claims that mask wearing is a liberal media conspiracy. First off, you're not liberal media. You're left to far left media. Daily Beast being more towards the far left. All right? So go fuck yourself. You don't even know what the term liberal is. So keep fucking, believing you are, but you're not. You gotta be kidding me. The late night host couldn't believe the BS coming out of Fox News' host's mouth. And I love how this idiot writes this, because it goes to show he doesn't have anything actual of substance to back his shit up. So he goes right out there swinging, like a little bitch, personally attacking. On Thursday night, Seth Meyers dedicated the latest edition of a Closer Look segment to President Trump's and the conservatives' media's war on mask wearing during the Wu flu pandemic. It's called personal choice, but whatever. Conservatives have decided to turn wearing masks into yet another dumb culture war issue. Some have even theorized that it's a media conspiracy to keep people permanently afraid, explained the late night comic. Well, you literally are trying to use it for that purpose. So if you are doing something like that and you're getting called out for it, and it's being pointed out, you're now going to try to say it's some conspiracy theory. The cases, we've flattened the curve. The cases are going down, but you got to keep milking and pushing the fear. And the only way to do that is to have people constantly wearing, even when they're in the middle of fucking nowhere by themselves, a mask. This is what's funny. When you're mandating, that someone wear a mask when they're out by themselves in the middle of fucking nowhere outside, all right? This is not about public safety at that point. This is about authoritarianism. This is about the fact of trying to break the will of people. This is about instilling fear in them. This is about conditioning. Yet you don't want to look at the sad truth about those things being the case with what's going on here. Because you're one of the ones pushing the fear there, Seth, you little shitbag. And so isn't this little beta cuck Marlo here. And then, I miss the days of when late night comedy, the variety type shows, like The Tonight Show and that, were actually about comedy. Instead of pushing fucking propaganda and lies and bullshit. Cut to Limbaugh Ingraham, a Fox News host once accused by her college newspaper advisor of harboring the most extreme anti-homosexual views imaginable, and whose own brother has called her a monster. She indeed appeared to call wearing masks a liberal and media conspiracy. Now this is what's funny. You don't have anything to actually go after Ingraham for. Now I really don't care for her. I don't know much about her. All I know is that she's a Fox, news TV personality. She's one of the hosts. You have to lead off with this shit because you got nothing. So you're going to take an unverified claim from some newspaper advisor in college that most clearly came out with the whole Trump deranged shit and said this. All right, because I believe that's when all of a sudden he had an issue with this. It wasn't when she's on Fox News prior to Trump. But hey, whatever. And it is. See, this is what's funny, She appeared to be calling it this. Okay, so let's see what we say here. Next thing. Rush Limbaugh made a great point, as he always does, on the radio the other day, and he said that the virus itself, as it weakens and states start reopening, the media that have been selling this panic for weeks and weeks and weeks, they have fewer images to sell the hysteria to justified continued lockdowns. That is correct. And when you have less of that, and you have more people taking to the streets and going to Michigan's capital or other, state capitals, and they're saying enough is enough, we want our lives back, you're losing the battle. You don't have the optics war. So you need to create the optics you want. This is ridiculous. But the masks, well, they're kind of a constant reminder. Oh, yeah, that's the whole point. You see the masks and you think, you're not safe. You're not back to normal. You're not even close at Ingram. Yeah, exactly. Okay, first of all, anytime someone says Rush Limbaugh made a great point the other day, that's your cue to exit the conversation. No, it's not. See, this is the type of shit the left does. This is Seth doing this, okay? Well, just because it's Rush Limbaugh, it should automatically be dismissed. That's how the left, quote unquote, wins their arguments these days. They don't bring up anything to actually, refute that, because they're the ones pushing this shit and they know it's true. Oh, but because Rush Limbaugh is calling them out, it should just be ignored. Nothing to see there. That's usually the point on Thanksgiving when you excuse yourself, go to the bathroom, and take a hit off your vape pen, or frantically search the medicine cabinet for something that will get you high, Myers joked. That was his way to try to just dismiss what Rush Limbaugh was saying, because it's true. CNN is doing this. MSNBC is doing this. The big three networks, ABC, CBS, NBC, they're doing it. You've got the Washington Post. You've got the New York Times. You've got all these lefty-run fucking organizations that call themselves news outlets doing this shit. Because they've been Trump deranged Spurgs pushing Russia, and it didn't work. And now they got woo-flu. You people are so fucking ignorant and so stupid. You think you're smarter than all of us. All right, you think, you're rocket fucking surgeons, all right? You think you're hot shits in a glass when all you are is warm, dribbly diarrhea in a Dixie cup. You ain't that smart. The point is, mask wearing isn't some liberal media conspiracy, he continued. Yeah, the way you're pushing it, it kind of is. There's evidence to suggest it works. Yes, but you're the ones that are trying to exploit the fear of it. Regardless of whether it works or not, okay? When you're telling everyone to wear masks and you're trying to push fear and you're saying if you don't wear a mask, you're going to die, which helps to push the fear, you're trying to exploit the situation. Lots of other countries do it, and the vast majority of Americans agree with it. So let them decide to do it themselves. And the thing is, lots of Americans, what's funny is I've seen polls where it's split down the middle, 50-50. Of course, they have to cherry pick their results. Indeed, a new poll published Wednesday. Of course, it's a HuffPost poll, right? Of course, it's a HuffPost poll. Yeah, okay. All right, so yeah, we're not talking like a, non-biased fucking, not gonna oversample shit, fucking scumbag news source. Hey. But hey, whatever. So this new poll published Wednesday revealed that Americans say 62 to 29% that deciding to wear a face mask is more a matter of public health than a matter of personal choice. Well, how convenient that a lefty fucking outlet where you have these, authoritarian suck the government dick types who would rather have the government be their daddy or their mommy, say that, yeah, this is about fuck personal freedom and, liberty and things like that. Of course. So anyway, while Americans say 69 to 19% that it's a sign of respectfulness to wear a mask when in public and near other people, which I agree. If you respect others, not necessarily in public, because if you're in a wide open area, I don't care if you wear a fucking mask. But having respect for others, if you go into someone else's place or whatever, maybe wear a mask. If they say you don't need it, then maybe take it off. But okay, yeah, maybe a little respect for others there. But yeah, this is literally their proof that this isn't true. Some fucking HuffPost poll is their proof that this is not some lefty conspiracy to exploit the fear. Okay, yeah, great proof. Meanwhile, another recent study concluded that the Wu flu transmission rate via respiratory droplets or airborne particles dropped by as much as 75% when surgical masks were used. Okay, so CNBC. Yes, but the thing is you want people to be wearing masks when they're out in the middle of fucking nowhere by themselves, like if they went off to do Joshua, to trip out a Joshua tree by themselves, you would want them to wear a fucking mask in the middle of the desert where it's hot and dry and sunny. You people are ridiculous. But perhaps the best proof is Hong Kong, which instituted mask wearing early on and has only had a total of 4 deaths from Wu flu. Oh yeah, we're going to take Hong Kong. We're going to listen to fucking Hong Kong, which is literally run by Beijing fucking stooly fucking lackey pieces of shit. We're going to really listen to Hong Kong. That's like listening to fucking Winnie the Pooh himself. Okay, Winnie the Pooh, he's the puppet master. If they say they only have 4 deaths, don't count on it. Okay, when you have people's dogs dropping dead in Hong Kong, I think there's more than 4 deaths going on. You think they're going to honestly report their numbers? They're basically Beijing's bitch. And they're right, Seth Meyers. It's just common decency. If you know that coughing or breathing on someone could get you sick, you cover your mouth, unless you're Trump. Now, Trump wore his mask, except when he was dealing with reporters in Michigan, and everyone's getting on his ass. Okay, you've got the Michigan Attorney General threatening Ford and all this other shit. All right, it's fucking ridiculous. They don't want people to not be wearing masks, and it's not because of the fact of public safety at this point. They've been wrong about everything. Steven Crowder did a video where he goes through this, where they've been wrong. He's actually done multiple videos. We're going through everything they've been wrong about. All right? The whole point of us doing what we're doing now was to flatten the curve so that hospitals could handle it. Well, the curve's been more than flattened. We were supposed to open up once the curve was flattened. Well, now they keep moving the fucking goalpost. Now we got to wait until there's no cases. Okay, well, that's never going to happen. So then now it's going to be, we got to remain locked up until we get Bill Gates' vaccine. When there's no proof that this shit's actually going to work. And you should be really worried when they have a vaccine so quickly, because that means either some shady shit was going on, because it takes, multiple years, like 5 years, 2 to 5 years, if not more, to develop a vaccine. All right. And they have one like that. All right. So that means either the vaccine is shit or this shit's been in the works for a long fucking time. I'm not saying that it was, but I'm just saying those are your 2 choices when that's the case, when they can have a vaccine this fucking quickly, because no one can produce a vaccine this quickly. All right. Because you have to go and do research. You have to research the virus. You have to look at its efficacy. You have to make sure that you're going to have a viable sample to base your vaccine on. That takes time. I mean, this is ridiculous. They've got nothing left, so now they're resorting to having to try to push the fear theater, use fear porn to keep us compliant, because they want us to stay locked up in our homes. They want us to put our lives on hold. They want to try to stretch this out until the election. It's ridiculous. Now, what's funny is they want you all to go out in masks, unless it's to vote. Then they want you to have mail-in ballots so that they can rig the fucking shit. Think about that. They have no problems with you going out in a mask in crowded places. Okay, if you're wearing a mask, you can go to Home Depot. You can go to fucking Walmart. You can go and stand in lines, okay, to get into places, to get out of places, be in a crowd. And they've got no problem with that. But if you were to do that, to do what you're constitutionally guaranteed, which is the right to vote, well, they can't have that. Think about these things, people. Anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.